Today, virtually every major corporation has an AI strategy. They have appointed AI leads, drafted massive roadmaps, and poured millions into pilot programs. The obvious assumption is that all this universal investment guarantees an across-the-board financial return, that if you buy the computing power, the profits will naturally follow. This chart breaks down the actual returns based on PwC's 2026 AI performance study. Out of 1,000 senior executives surveyed, the data reveals that a staggering 74% of all AI economic value is being captured by a tiny 20% of organizations. That leaves the vast majority, the other 80% of companies buying the exact same enterprise licenses and launching the exact same initiatives, sharing the remaining 26% of the total value. It is tempting to look at a split that severe and assume the top group possesses some kind of proprietary advantage, like superior software, elite AI developers, or exclusive advanced models. However, the research suggests the differentiator is not the technology. The divide originates in the specific decisions being made about what the technology is for and how it should be governed, moving the focus from the technical specs of the server room to the strategic decisions of the boardroom. Inside a typical corporate strategy session today, the software on the table is identical. The difference lies in the blueprints driving the deployment. The vast majority of companies point their new AI capabilities directly at existing operations. The goal is straightforward: automate workflows, trim operating budgets, and chase marginal efficiency gains. The top tier deploys the exact same tools to pursue entirely new revenue streams and redesign their business models from the ground up. This visualization illustrates industry convergence. Leading companies use AI to cross traditional sector boundaries, analyzing intersecting markets to reveal new growth opportunities. This central growth zone generates 7.2 times more AI-driven revenue than competitors focusing only on internal cost-cutting. Treating artificial intelligence as a glorified expense reduction tool produces mediocre returns. The companies capturing the market treat it as a catalyst for boundary-breaking growth. That strategic ambition has to eventually hit the reality of daily operations. When a company tries to actually deploy these systems across thousands of employees, they run into a massive operational bottleneck. In Grant Thornton's AI Impact Survey, 78% of executives admit they lack strong confidence their organization could pass an independent governance audit today. Without that structural oversight, companies become paralyzed. They get trapped in an endless loop of isolated pilot programs because no executive wants accountability for a costly algorithm error. The top 20% solve this through trust at scale, establishing responsible AI governance boards immediately. Clear rules build employee trust. That trust allows the company to safely automate complex processes, pushing those solutions across the entire enterprise. An algorithm without oversight produces a liability, not an asset. Strict executive accountability is the ultimate factor in determining whether a company can actually scale its AI for real profit. Over the next several quarters, the harsh economic reality of this widening divide is going to compound rapidly. The companies already capturing the bulk of the market's economic value are taking those outsized returns and aggressively reinvesting them. They are learning faster, deploying wider, and building advantages that will soon be mathematically impossible for their competitors to catch. Aimless AI activity creates a material financial risk for businesses already facing constrained capital and intense margin pressure. Every dollar spent on unmeasured activity is a dollar burned. Stopping that burn requires extracting artificial intelligence from the isolated silos of the IT department. The oversight of these systems belongs squarely on the boardroom table, alongside every other core financial metric. To figure out where an organization currently sits, the board needs to demand answers to 3 highly specific questions. First, what is the organization's exact AI fitness index, and how does it objectively compare to sector peers? Second, what precise percentage of the total AI investment is deliberately engineered for top-line growth, rather than routine internal efficiency? Finally, who on the executive team is personally accountable for delivering the measurable financial returns of these initiatives, and what happens if those returns fail to materialize? If a leadership team meets those questions with blank stares, incomplete data, or vague roadmaps, they are actively choosing to fail. The AI wealth gap is a brutal, measurable assessment of corporate leadership.